Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Thandi originally from Zimbabwe and living in South Africa, Slowtown. Today I'm here at the Outeniqua railway station where we're gonna be experiencing the 4 passes, waterfalls, tunnels, experience of the forest in this old van. So it's gonna be so much interesting. And look at this, it's a railway museum. This is a railway museum, Outeniqua Railway Museum. So you can see all the trains that were used from the 1970s to the 1990s. And yeah, these are the trains that were used in the olden days in South Africa. As you can see, olden days. Come look guys, let's see. Let's see. South African 1965 railways. Look at this guys, all this is the power van George. So when you come to George, when you visit the garden route next time, you come and go on this excursion. Very interesting. You go through the 4 passes, the forest, and see the forest, the bird life. And kids, they've got the mini train for the kids as well, so the kids are not left out. You can bring your kids, they can also have a ride on the mini one. Look at this bus guys. This is a bus that was also used in the olden days. Stunning, so pretty, so pretty. Look at all this. It's an interesting railway system. Let's see what is here. Look at this, guys. Woo! Beautiful trains. We're gonna go through the tunnel, 6 tunnels, waterfalls. And there's a picnic area as well that we're gonna go through. We'll have picnic somewhere in the bushes. And look at these old cars. So pretty. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Well kept, it's well looked after, this place. It's amazing. It's amazing conditions. The old stuff, the trains are amazing conditions. The cars, the old cars are also. Walk down memory lane and see all the old cars. Wow. Okay. There it is. See, I've got my picnic bag. I've got my picnic bag here. Ready for the trip. They also do group bookings if you got like birthdays or a group of 20. They can do that. They can do a personalized train ride for you guys, you know, from a group of 20 upwards, and you can enjoy the ride for your birthday, or you got visitors, or you're just around George visiting garden route. You make a booking. You have to make a booking, otherwise it's always packed. You can't just rock up and decide to go on a train. You have to pre-book. Okay. All right, I'll see you more when I'm inside the train. Remember, guys, the train stations in the olden days, they used to be just like this. They used to look like this. So small, tiny, and yeah, they used to be so tiny, the train stations. And I'm told these are the clippers that they used. Catering inspector clippers, they say. Inspector, they used to use for the tickets, to clip the tickets. When you go on the train, then they clip your ticket with those clippers. Look at this. It's a little bit dark here, but yeah. Right. Let's go see the beautiful scenery. Come with me, guys. Come with me. Let's go see the beautiful scenery of the Outeniqua mountains. Okay. Look at all different colored trains. This is an old ambulance, guys. It's an old ambulance. Look at this. It used to be like this. Pretty, eh? It's an old ambulance. Look, there's a patient inside even. Look at this. All right. These were the fire trucks. These are the fire trucks. Look at this.
There's a level crossing, Canadians
the track. Hij staat achter, dit ligt gezien ons met stille. Lijkt of hij zei hij stil. What is that? Ja. Wacht how the Italians built railways over the mountains and tunnels through solid rock.
differential around, and he's now going to sit at the back and drive from that side.
George, guys. Here's George from the top. And that's our power van there. That's our power van there. Thank you guys for coming with me. Hope you enjoyed my trip. On this amazing excavation. You see, I carried a picnic bag, but then because we had a bit of a problem with our van, so we couldn't sit up there at the picnic spot. However, yeah.
Maybe it's
Thank
something.
you guys. Thank you guys. Love you. Please subscribe to my channel, Life of Thandi in Slow Time. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and hit the notification bell. Let me know what you think of this video. See my t-shirt, what it says. By the way, look at my t-shirt, what it says. All right, thank you guys. Love you, love you, love you.